Hey, how's it going guys? I'm Bruce and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing well. Because of the new pack, I got a lot of ideas involving the old Shikigami and it's great. I have so many ideas planned. I pretty much got 2 video materials already finished. I just need to sit down and actually edit the video. So for this video, I'm thinking of bringing back the old Snaky boy. So let's jump into it. Oh, right. I forgot that I'm preparing a video for the 1K subs. So hopefully I can release that soon. But I am moving to a new job, so that might be delayed. Alright then, let's get into the deck rundown, shall we? This deck is probably one of the simpler decks coming out of the new pack. You just want to go full aggro with this deck. It has a lot of combat cards and a lot of our utility comes from Chocho. She's like Kingyo but with less utility option. But the plus side of using Chocho is that you can control what you want instead of relying completely on RNG. The Enrage from Song of Goldweave is super relevant now because a lot of Shikigami wants to stay back and you can force it forward using that. Kagewani is super good because she can also force your other units to attack while also giving them Ghost Gator, and if you already buffed a Ghost Gator, your Snake will be insane. Sparrow is your main DPS. You just want to focus on stacking Diligent Practice, then you can pop off when you assault with him. He alone can deal 8+ damage just by himself. And Orochi will just be chilling back, watching the others do the work for him. Before we get to the card priority list, here's the Chinese top 15 meta on January. That is kind of unexpected. I am actually seeing Oitsuki being used in the top 5 meta decks. I'm so going to try that deck. The second one is Kagewani Aggro. Kagewani Ghost Gator is actually really strong and it gives powerful keywords. The third is Divination Baizhe. I tried using that deck but it didn't work out too well for me. It's a very piece reliant deck. It's consistent but you really need to dig through your deck for the cards you're missing. Then we still see Nightfall going very strong even after 2 packs and some nerfs. The Sparrow Field Loop is still very hard to beat, that's why. The fifth is alternate version of the Divination Baizhe. Overall, this is a very diverse meta, but there are 2 Shikigami that stands out of all this build. That is Kurumi and Jorogumo. I can understand Kurumi because she has a lot of good fields and her basic ability is really good. But Jorogumo is kind of a weird choice, maybe because she just gives passive and you don't really need to rely on her cards. And here's the card priority list. You definitely want Divine Serpent. That card will help you immensely in pushing early game damage. The stance attack will make it easier to stack Diligent Practice and set you up for a late game Sparrow Burst. One Night Dream, as we see in the previous video, is a miracle for aggro decks, and for Kagewani combat card, I would prefer grabbing the first move one because it increases the safety of your Shikigami by letting them deal the damage first. The situational choice is Ambush. It's a great card mainly to make the Snake attack with Ghost Gator attack, and if you evolve the Snake, that's even better. Between Good and Evil is a great card to just cripple a Shikigami without killing them, because sometimes you don't want to kill a support Shikigami, you just want them not to do anything. Evolve Sparrow is basically a faster version of Inugami Evolve, but you need to pay a small cost of combat card to revive him. And Chocho Evolve will just make your attacks even more aggressive. And as for finisher, we only have 2. The Chocho SSR, you already know what it does from the last week's video, and the Serpent God of the Rift is a super spicy card that can wipe your opponent's board when you have a lot of snakes. I will show you how deadly this form is, so let's move on with the replays. Our first battle is up against the deck that I made last week. Well, this is perfect because I will tell you how to beat it. Alright, our hand is looking pretty heavy. I'ma be honest, the only useful card we have is Peace of Mind. But if we go into late game, that Serpent God will be spicy. For our first level up, it would be either Sparrow or Orochi because you want to start building up the diligent practice right away. The more you can stack, the easier it will be to finish off the opponent. On their turn, they will just attack with Jorogumo. They are taking it easy because they already level up Onmyoji. Well, the strategy to beating this deck is just try to not let any of their Shigami live. Thankfully, this deck has all of the options to make it happen. By doing that, not only we kill Jorogumo, we also get to bait Onmyoji while also getting a free draw. We are saving the impure power until we actually have a snake. On our turn, we just go ahead and kill that Onmyoji with Sparrow. We don't want to use Kagewani just yet because we have our good cards and we want to use it when they use Chocho's card. On their turn, they will just evolve Nokanshi and pass. Oh damn, they must have bricked hard if they didn't do at least some Chocho play. Well, on our turn, we're going to stop their play anyway. We activate Overshadow to kill their Chocho, then just Assault to remove their Oryuki. That first move keyword is so good. On their turn, they will activate Jorogumo's Lifesteal combat card, then switch to Nokanshi to attack. Yeah, that's definitely a good choice removing our Kagemanti, but they are one turn too late. We already got our keyword. On our turn, we are punching out their Nokanshi, so he will call the wife, then activate Impure Power on our snake, removing the snake. Then we just activate Peace of Mind to gain 2 stacks and pass. It's fine if Sparrow got killed because his Evolve can easily revive him. On their turn, they put Puppet Merchant. That's a bit too early, especially when you don't have much Onmyoji in the deck. Then they activate Venom Claw, not on our main attacker, but on our Chocho. Oh boy, that is going to cost you so much. I mean, if we are using a control deck, yes, that would be a good choice, but we are using aggro and we already have 3 stacks on Sparrow. On our turn, we activate Garrison to shut down the Onmyoji, then just activate Diligent Practice. That's 4 stacks now, and we switch to the snake before passing. On their turn, they will finally attack using Chocho, then use Song of Goldweave to kill our Sparrow and just pass. Oh buddy, you are just 1 turn too late on everything. On our turn, we are getting out the big guns! Serpent God on Orochi. Then put the Shadow Gator on the snake, so it has first move to kill their Chocho and pass. Now watch this. This is what happens if you leave them with just 2 Shikigami, while we have Serpent God. Nokanshi just revived and now he is dead. Jorogumo dead. They might have a blocker, but we can easily solve that. Of course they will pass because they can't do anything. On our turn, we will assault with the snake, removing Oryuki, then Impure Power on the snake, dealing 6 damage. And because we want to make sure they are getting the full service, we sacrifice our Kagewani and turn her into a snake, and make her attack for 3 damage and pass. At the start of their turn, the same thing happens again, and they will just surrender. And that, my friend, is the complete Orochi domination. On the second match, we meet Divination Baizhe again, to prove our deck is actually consistent. Our hand might be looking a little bit heavy, but all of these are really good for our mid-game push. Ooh. Our starter is Kagewani and we don't have the piercing card, so we have to level up Sparrow first and just start stacking. It's fine if he dies now because he'll revive by the time we reach level 2. On their turn, they will attack with Baizhe and pass. That is surprising, maybe because they don't want to let their deck get fat. because Baizhe put Omniscience to the deck at the start and when they assault, or they don't want to get hit with our early game push. Both are a valid reason. On their turn they put Spying Eye on Yukihime, then activate Face Changing. Yukihime passive activates so that Face Changing will actually hit our face. They move the SSR to the back so they will get Omniscience to the hand and pass. On our turn, we just straight up Impure Power to get rid of their Hanya and just put Chocho as a blocker. This is a bait. Hopefully they will take it and put someone forward. On their turn, they will activate Outline Sketch, drawing 2 cards. I am willing to bet they got Dodomeki Evolve from that draw. They will kill our Chocho using Yukihime Projectile. Sadly, they didn't take the bait. On our turn, we are going to evolve Kagewani, then quickly take out their Yukihime, because even if they have Dodomeki Evolve, they don't have the engine, so they can't deal that much damage. On their turn, as expected, they will evolve Dodomeki and activate Omniscience, that will kill our Snake. Then they will assault with Baizhe just to block our damage and pass. That is actually a smart move, because inexperienced control player will just focus on killing our Shigami and leave their field empty. On our turn, we finally get the Piercing card, so we are eating their Baizhe with Kagewani, then assault, pushing for 5 damage and pass. On their turn, they activate Retrace Destiny, reviving their Baizhe, then activate another Omniscience. That wasn't enough, so they activate All Knowing, dealing 2 damage AoE, and finally deal 2 damage to us. That was a lot of card wasted just to remove one Shikigami. Alright, our Spyro has revived, so time to rev this up. We put the attack stance on him, then activate both Peace of Mind and Diligent Practice, then switch to the Snake, dealing a total of 12 damage. Their chances of coming back from here is pretty slim. On their turn, they actually brought the move spell. I've seen Divination players bringing that because they know their Hanya needs help. They did 9 damage to us, but thankfully they didn't get pranked, so we can close up the game next turn. On our turn, we evolve Chocho, assault with her, that will give us 2 night, 1 night dream. I was gonna force Sparrow to attack, but ended up with the Snake instead to close the game. Well, that's all for today's video. I certainly hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, I have Patreon and Ko-Fi links down below. And as usual, if you have any kind of feedback, leave it down in the comments and see you next video. Bye!